After two big investments from Ingram Content Group and Charles Hoskinson himself, the Stuff team is ready to scale up. To do that, they launched an ambassador program and open a few positions. If you want to join the Stuff team, keep on watching. The team held a space on Thursday to talk exactly about this. We're gonna go through the notes, show you the different pages to apply. Let's get into it. So they launched an ambassador program. They've been talking about it for a while. Basically, what they want is to leverage the community to spread the word. Community which is global. We have people all around the world who love stuff, digital ownership, and they were already spreading the word. I'm talking about stuff all the time around me. I'm doing it now on video, and there are more people like me everywhere. So it's a huge network which the team can leverage to attract more users, but also more content creators. So basically, they plan to attend 20 trade shows this year, and they're gonna need help with that. They're all around the world. I think in EU, they plan to come to the Frankfurt Book Fair in October. So hey, maybe you have a German ambassador or Central European ambassador who can go in there. But yeah, what they really want to do is to spread the ambassadors out, have people all around so they can cover those events. Can be publishing events like book publishing, can be media, can be music, can be blockchain, anything. Josh also dropped a bit of alpha. They had a breakthrough and managed to use the multi-use coupon code for Base. So EVM minting is back on the menu. And he was explaining that, hey, if you want to do free giveaways, Cardano is not sustainable. It costs them on average like $3 to mint an asset. I guess it's the minting fee of NMaker plus different transaction costs. On Base, he said, it's a fraction of a cent, something like this. It's really, really small. So all those giveaways will happen on Base. The tech is ready, meaning free giveaways are coming. User onboarding is coming. And yeah, so once they have that, they will supply redemption cards to the ambassadors. So you could imagine, hey, you go to some event, maybe a convention about books or something like that. You have the book stuff merch on you, with you. You have those books and book redemption cards to give away, run people through the process. And yeah, that's how we onboard in very, very practical terms. So I explained that the responsibilities of the ambassador will be to go to shows, have some merch with them, wear ambassador only swag, and they'll have stuff to give away. What they want to do is empower the ambassadors to spread the word about book and stuff, and that on those trade shows, it could be a mix of just ambassador or ambassadors and maybe some people from the team, together with the ambassadors to get some manpower. The application form is up. You can find it at stuff.io/ambassadors. So they explain what it's about. Basically, what you get, they may cover the tickets for you to attend, get some swag, some marketing materials so you can give those away. You get direct support, so direct access to the team, and recognition networking, because it will be basically an ambassador network. I could easily imagine calls with the marketing team at stuff.io to talk about, hey, what's the strategy? How do we go about this? So you're really a partner in spreading out the Stuff vision. Who should apply? You should know about blockchain, DA, digital ownership. So if you follow Stuff, you should tick that box. Attend or are willing to attend industry conferences, meetups, events. So yeah, you have to move around, be active in online communities, social media, content creation. They said it's not necessarily Cardano. If you're active in other blockchains, other communities, that's fine. Can be, you're on X, but maybe you're active on Reddit or Instagram, TikTok, or anything where you have some reach or some contacts. This is good to take because we want to spread the word. And you love engaging with people, explaining the benefits of decentralized media. I love engaging. Do they love that I'm engaged with them? I'm not sure. But jokes aside, if that is you, you can apply here. Basic information. They do need to know where you are from. because again, they want to spread the network, at least at first, cover all the bases. There are 3 steps in this form. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but one question is about like to give the wallet with your books in them, and they said if you don't have any assets, then don't bother. Because how can you say you're passionate about GA and digital ownership if you don't even own such things? So that's a little thing for people who may just watch this and not really, or just for the grifters basically. Yeah, all the people who come to Discord, hey, I'm gonna help you with marketing, whatever. Yeah, you know nothing about the project, get out of here. But hey, if you're watching this, probably you're involved with stuff, and yeah, maybe that describes you. I mean, the ambassador things describes you. Okay, and what else did they say? That yeah, it has a lot to do with the location and the ability to attend, spread the word. It's a possible jump to a career with stuff. It's the first step. You get closer to the team, you help them out, and yeah, one of the first goals is to onboard users, spread the word. But they are very interested in business development with content creators, meaning that hey, you're in a trade fair, you talk to an author, to a TikToker, whatever, and you get them to release through book and stuff, then you will likely get compensated for creating that connection. So there's also this incentive there, get more people to use the self-publishing platform or to make a deal with the Stuff team, and you will also be rewarded. And that's really cool, because if you have a global network, it means we'll have global content coming up. And I feel like that's the thing, it's like the part of the iceberg that is underwater that we don't see. For now, it is just crypto and it's American. And one book in Spanish, I think. But once the network is activated and we're gonna get people from all around the world, then literally all the world can know and use stuff and buy from stuff. So now the market, the potential market is much, much bigger. After that, they talked about their openings, open positions. So yeah, infrastructure engineer. So this, if you know about Kubernetes, you can apply. Senior backend engineer, this is more Rust. Art director. So this is about reviewing the AI art, photoshopping it. So it's called art director, but it seems very hands-on type of work. And then social media manager, so that Ben doesn't have to handle the X account anymore. And also to have actual marketing campaigns on social media and grow the brand. And that's the thing. All these openings, this ambassador program, the plan is to help the team scale up. It's the beginning of starting marketing. Remember, 1 million users are to be onboarded this year. We are in April, 8 months to go. So it's time to start getting onto it. Yeah, something important about those positions, they are on site, McKinney, Texas. They can help you relocate, but you have to be there. And Josh explained that a lot of things happen informally in a way, but they just get together and start talking about something and they have ideas and it develops into a new feature or something like this. So they really expect people to be there. I've been in McKinney for the BookCon last year. It's a nice little place. It looks like a small town, but it's actually I think like 200,000 inhabitants, one of the fastest growing cities in the US. But yeah, it was pretty quaint, I'd say. Then they opened it up for questions. Someone asked about fantasy books. So there was a fantasy book called Forge Master. It was an audiobook, which got very positive feedback. I think it's Semicolon, an OG, who was pushing for an update. When will the next book be available? And thanks to him, or her, I'm not sure, the publisher decided that, okay, let's release more books through book.io. So it's really great that, hey, if OGs are pushing, there is good feedback, then we can get more and more books. So that's with the publisher of Forge Master, but there are other publishers that are lined up, including the Big Five, who have this kind of books. So if you're into fantasy, you'll get more and more choice. Next, they quickly talked about Rare Evo to say that yes, they're gonna be there and they'll have a big announcement. I'm not sure when Rare Evo is. I think it's during summer, August, something like that. So it's funny they have already something planned. I wonder if maybe it's with Charles Hoskinson, because crypto, not sure, we'll see, but it's funny they plan so much in advance. And yeah, that was the end of the space. It was fairly short, it was around 40 minutes. And during this 40-minute time frame, 7 people applied to become ambassadors. And I know OGs from US, Canada, Argentina, Scotland, Germany, Netherlands, Australia. So we are really covering, from west to east, the whole world is represented. And again, just take a step back and think, you have basically a company telling you, telling their community, hey, we need help in spreading the word, in growing the brand. Can you help us? And people are like, hell yeah, let's do it. So it shows you how tight the Stuff team is with the community, and that people are not like, hey, can the dev do something? No, they're like, okay, give me some free books, some merch, I'll go to this event and I'll try to onboard more users, more content creators. And that's how we make it all together. In terms of new releases, it was pretty quiet this week. We started with a new fantasy entry, Flatland, A Romance of Many Dimensions. It didn't sell out, although 80% is pretty honorable. The covers are really funny, because it's a story about, I think, a square on a two-dimensional plane, and then there's another form, another shape coming from space and teaching this 2D square that there's a 3D world out there. It's a lot of metaphors and so on, but that's why all the covers are shapes, triangles, spheres, and so on. So it looks quite like an odd duck, I'd say. Not sure how it's fantasy, but why not? Then we got 2 entries from the self-publishing portal, Static Dusk, which is a music single, and Gone to the Dogs, an audiobook. And you can see they are not selling much, which is symptomatic of self-published mints when they have no community, because hey, Charles, Song Market Cap is also publishing and is selling 1,000 copies like that in 10 minutes. So it is definitely possible, but a lot are coming like out of nowhere, and and the results are usually underwhelming. But what I want to say about Gone to the Dogs is that actually this is an actual audiobook done by DNT Publishing in here. So this is a real book which was released not so long ago. We're getting it 2 weeks later by an author who did already, I think, 6-7 books, and this is professionally recorded, because I know the audiobook quality is uneven, but this is a real deal. This is a real commercial product. And DNT Publishing, they've been waiting for the self-publishing portal forever, so they finally got their foot through the door and finally got in there. So it's a bit too bad that it's not selling so much. Like, it's always nice to encourage people. You have 16 copies sold so far. But as I say every time, for them it's bonus. It's a new revenue stream. This is not cannibalizing from Amazon or Audible, whatever. It's extra for people who really want to own their books. So I guess they are okay with that. And one more thing. This is a bit of alpha if you're not in the OG Book Club. I'm not sure how I'm gonna be able to show this, but there is... oh, here it is. Here is the alpha. Audiobook of 1984 is coming up next Thursday. 1984 is like the book that everyone wants since day one. the covers are pretty fun, like this War is Peace. It's kind of crazy, but very apropos in the current climate. And apparently this is not public domain. So question is, which publisher did they sign a deal with? Some people are saying it's Blackstone Audio, which got a deal with Penguin Random House. Also here you have the publisher, so Blackstone Publishing. Oh my god, 12 hours. That's that's worth the money. Yeah, so we'll see what how fast it sells, because that's what it's gonna be, a very successful mint like the good old times. But yeah, curious to see, so do we have a deal with this Blackstone Publishing? Who are they? Do we already have something with them? Because it kind of rings a bell, these people. Let's see. Oh yeah, maybe we do have some things with them. Yeah, Blackstone Pub, here they are. So yeah, that's a continuation of that. Yeah, Forgemaster. All of those are not public domain, contemporary work. So yeah, pretty cool. I think Forgemaster sold pretty well. Not sure about the other ones. But yeah, great to see that we're gonna get really an epic mint coming up next Thursday. And one more thing about a possible future mint. Nacho released that on X. That he was just watching an About Stuff episode, and said, I hope people are ready for the Unstuffed series. And I think he mentioned it as well in Discord. So it looks like something is going on. By the way, if you saw the prices of About Stuff raising lately, it's because of the snapshot which was taken yesterday, I believe. And if you had episode 0 to 4, you'll get the next episode airdropped to you. And now to finish on the token, minus 5% on the 7-day, which is not too bad. It pumped with Charles Hoskinson investment news, went down quite low, crazy here, 0.58 cent, and then now we are slowly back up, big candle here, still above 11,000 holders, so very stable actually. And if we look at the volume here, like 200k basically in the 7 days. So yeah, not too shabby. There is interest. What's next? Hey, when the ambassador network will be activated, then it's gonna get much better, because we get more people exposed to the system, more users, more books given away, more content creators coming, so more use of the token and more interest in general. But I guess before that we'll have, I hope, the announcement of the big 5 publisher as well as the top 10. We have 2 big publishers waiting, in the background, and I think when it's gonna be released, it's gonna be huge. And last thing, just coming to my mind, those giveaways on Base, and I think we're gonna get finally some more exposure on EVM chains. So it's all the crypto degens out there. We're gonna show them that, hey, there's a real product already. There are other projects that try to do NFT ebooks and so on, or NFT songs with more or less success, and maybe that are successful and I just don't know about them because I'm in my bubble. Very possible, but I guess Stuff still has the connections. Rio Karev, the ex-CEO of Vivo, they have connections with music labels, with big 5 publishers. So once, people learn that there is a project that actually has a working product already, has billionaires investing in them, has a diamond-handed community, I think they'll be sold on it, and we may see more action. Base also has a liquidity pool with the Stuff token. Stuff exists on Base, Polygon, and Cardano. So they will trade there, and I hope someone set up an arbitrage bot, because we may see some stuff happening. And that's it for this week. It was pretty chill. The ambassador program and job postings are very bullish because it means the company is scaling. The company will have more manpower, more capacity to spread the word. One job posting is about a social media manager, so they also want to ramp up on the marketing side. With Base, they have those free book giveaways that also doesn't cost them a lot to do. So we're gonna start the machine. We're gonna start on board more and more. FYI, next weekend is Easter, so I will not do a video. So I guess I'll see you in 2 weeks instead. Until then, thank you for watching and take care.